says I'm going live. Okay, it says it's coming on. Is it coming on? It says it's coming on. Yes. That's always my is it going to work or not kind of a thing. And I laugh because when I was at school, the school bell would ring and I would be like, oh, right, the bell rang. Anyway, hi, people. How are you out there on a Sunday afternoon? I'm Kirsten Peck, and this is my Homeroom for Success. Welcome here to my studio classroom, my virtual classroom I have here going on. So I'm just here every day. I wanted to reach out to teenagers and introduce myself and invite you to join me in the Smart Start Challenge. So I am a high school teacher. I teach freshman English usually. And I, over the summer, put together a challenge because I feel that there's students missing some skills that need to be taught. And some attitudes are kind of down and motivation is kind of out the window, especially with this COVID business and everything that's happening at schools. It seems like everything's up in the air. And so I've put together a program of 31 days of work. I admit it is work. It takes reading and writing and thinking, and it's a thing you have to do as a challenge. You know, that's what challenges are. They're things you have to do. So in my challenge, it's 31 days and it takes about 15 minutes a day to do the reading and to do the activities. And it will, during the course of the month, help students feel better about their identity and where they want to go in life and what interests them and what's exciting in the world out there. And also have some plans made and some skills developed to help make those dreams come true. We do a little bit of communications, a little bit of problem solving. And actually, there's also a project in there to work on some social issue that concerns you. Might be the environment, or it might be gun violence or homelessness or the environment. Did I say that already? Anyway, lots of different things every day for about 15 minutes a day. And by the end of the month, I expect students to feel more confident, more focused on where they want, and have a better outlook on getting into high school. So it's called the Smart Start Challenge because I'm looking for freshmen, and even if you're in middle school, that could work too if you're feeling the way I've described, especially because I want you to get a smart start on your education and on your future. So that's the goal. And I'm every day, so I'm telling a little bit about what's happening in the challenge and sharing the progress because it is, as I said, it's kind of like an experiment at this point. And I've been to lots of trainings and I've taught for many years and have this idea of how I expect it to work. And yet I am looking for those students to come work with me and see if this will truly transform young people the way I think it will. So it's an experiment at this point, but that's what's the fun part about it, I think. So it's a challenge and an experiment and a competition and all sorts of things to really make yourself a better person for you. So one of the topics we talk about in the book, and I'm just kind of sharing things every day. Today I got thinking, and one of the topics is to drop your toxic friends, or just drop the toxic in general, but specifically your friends. And I'm just having a moment because it's kind of funny. Last night was Halloween and a lot of people went out and there was lots of trick-or-treating going on with little kids, of course, or there usually is traditionally. I'm not sure how each neighborhood reacted last night since we're in this pandemic. But a friend of mine called me and said that they knew of a party that they were going to go to and did I want to go? And I had a moment of, do I or don't I, should I or shouldn't I? And I really have to explain just how I went through that thinking process because we talk about critical thinking and making decisions based on what you really want out of life rather than just some snap decision. Okay. So I had back, a little bit last week, I decided that I really wasn't going to go out on Halloween. It really wasn't going to be a thing for me this year. I'm really focused on trying to get this handbook done. And my daughter's gone away and moved away. And so we're not dressing up together. We used to do that when she was little. And, all of these things, I was like, okay, Halloween's not going to be a thing. I'm not going to buy any candy. I didn't buy a wig. I just wasn't going to do Halloween. That was the decision a week ago. And so when this person called me last night and was like, hey, come on, let's go. I thought back to that, and I had that moment of like, well, do I want to go in this, do I want to or not? And I don't know if it really was a toxic situation exactly. I don't know what happened at the party, and I don't really care what happened. The point is, I didn't even have to think about it. I was just like, no, I don't really want to go. No, thanks. Not a big deal. And that decision and that moment was easy because I had already made the decisions about my plans of what I want in the big goal of life. And, yes, it's just another Saturday night. But on the other hand, I ended up working last night and was up till probably 11 o'clock last night by the time I finally stopped and was like, I need to eat dinner. I didn't need to go to some dumb party. I would have wasted 6 hours, So it really is just sort of one of those moments that I just have to talk about it today because it's that something from the challenge and something that I want to teach people how to learn those skills and to take the time in your life before those circumstances come up. And when you have the time to explore when you have the time to explore how you feel and explore what you want to do, and you've got a couple of hours of free time to, go sit at the park and just be in nature and think for a little while. When you can do that and you make those goals and you make those plans and you make those decisions, it really does impact you every single day because you feel more confident about what you're doing. You're more focused on what you're doing. It's easier to say, yes, I need this, or no, I'm not doing that, or can you help me with this because I really want to make this happen, and those kinds of things. So I really just am kind of talking about that today as another example of life coming up and a moment of what do you do? And it could have, like I said, it could have been a great party and I could have met lots of fabulous people and I could have had a wonderful time. But it would not have gotten me that much closer to getting the handbook formatted and laid out and ready to go. And that's what I really want to do. And so that's where I'm really putting my energy. So I guess my point is for you guys. So what does this mean for teenagers? If you're at this stage and you guys are at this very young stage of life of saying, this is what I want to do. This is where I'm headed. This is what I want. And I can help you plan that and figure out how to make that all happen. So that's why I'm here. And I invite you to go over to my website. You can pick up tickets over there and make your reservation for what time you'd like to do the one-on-one coaching. It's about 15 minutes a day, and I'll call you and we'll have a conversation about the challenge and what's happening in the challenge, and really get this turnaround happening for students, or really kick it off into high gear if you're at that stage. So that's where I'm at. The website is called askmisspeck.com. And I'm here every day as part of my Homeroom for Success because I'm looking to work with students every day, and I'm living my challenge myself. So I just did the first 31 days in October. You've seen me here every day on YouTube if you've been watching. And if not, here we go again. I'm kicking it off again, or I'm still continuing on my journey. And you don't have to start on the first of the month. That was a question that came up. Somebody asked me that yesterday. So thanks, you guys. Go ahead over to get your reservations, and the book will be over there as well, askmisspeck.com. And I will be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock for my homeroom for success. So thanks for coming. I'll see you tomorrow. Send me a message down below if you want to talk to me and visit my website. Okay. Take care. Bye.